Hi on Instagram. Hi, and welcome to the segment where I talk about spirituality, the light language, many things, divinity within, what that actually means. So today, today's conversation, and I need to put this up again, sorry, raise this camera. Today I'd like to talk about just general conversations around spirituality and, in my world, what happens here in Bali for me. So when I'm teaching meditations, it comes through as a channel, like it's I'm trying to articulate the feeling. I'll try and do it now, so to give you a demonstration. But what happens is I start to just drop into my heart, and then I ask my guides to come through, and there are many. And then I feel a feeling of love and inner peace, of trust, of confidence, of just speak. And then I'm guided to speak, and my voice actually changes when I'm teaching these meditations, a bit like if you've listened to my meditations previously. But why I'm telling you that is because I don't hold special powers. I just know there is something else outside us, and that allows me to bring that energy in. But we can all do this, all of us. And that's what I'm here to do, to show us, to teach us, and show you that you are the power, and empower you to take a stand and start telling the mind and the physical body, no, we're going to do this because we can. So it's a little bit like the mind will come in and tell you, the subconscious, unconscious mind, and the old belief system and programming will say, oh, that's not true. And if that was true, things like, oh, you can't do that, or this is silly. You know, that is the best time to go in and say, well, just watch me. Come join me if you wish, otherwise be silent, because you need to make your mind your best friend. And it's like a little bit like talking to a naughty child. You know, you either come with me and behave, or you can stay there in the naughty corner and just observe, because I'm going to be doing this anyway. So, and make it what you will, because this is your empowerment, your embodiment. So what happens then the mind starts to relax and become calm and just sit. And the body starts to say, hey, we're doing something different than the old way, the old programming. And that is your best time to say, let's do this, let's go. It's a little bit like, and I say when I teach this in a workshop, for the guys, you've got to become your best Paul McCartney or Beatles and let it be, let it be, let it be. And for the girls, it is your best Elsa. Let it go, and then drop into it, into your beautiful heart, because that's where the wisdom and the higher intelligence lies. Your heart is your gateway to your soul, to your spirit. I've said this many times in my podcast, excuse me. I'm still having my breakfast. And it is your best time to drop in and allow that to flow. When you have that experience, and I'm talking from my lived experience when I died, and what I became and what I stepped into was something so magical and unique, something I'd never felt in my life. Pure love and joy for not only myself, for everything. And you can do that in meditation if you allow, and you let go of the belief system, let go of the body, and step into your truth of who you truly are, which is an amazing, beautiful light. So some people do say that's okay, and they allow themselves to be that in the meditation. However, this light is coming from an energy field, science might call it, or the universe, or spirit guides, loved ones that have crossed over, angels, Palladians, Arcturians, people that are here to help us bring in love and light. And if you haven't had an experience, because I had some table talk last night, had a conversation, and this was all new, and I just said, you know what, who the Palladians are to my friends? And they go, no. And I thought, well, it's time to teach that about the Palladians, because I remember becoming one when I died. I was one with the light. I was a light, and the light was there for me to be part of it. And this light that we're all hearing about is the intelligence within us, meaning our cells, around our cells are like a double layer of, let's call it spirit, because I can't think of the scientific name or the medical name around our cells, what they use. And look, you know, just Google Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, any of their YouTube, and just listen, especially Bruce Lipton, because he's a biologist and he studied the cells and knows that there's a spirit around the cells. There's 2 layers that we can tune into around our cells. Now, think about that. We have trillions of cells throughout our body that form tissue, muscle. Muscle is memory. So the muscle will only take on what we give it. So what I want you to think about, if there's truth in this, and I can tune in intuition into this world within, and that world within is connected to another world in a higher dimension. If I can do that and allow myself, I wonder what's in store for me. Will my higher self come through? Will I be shown what it is I'm here to do? How am I to be of service? How am I to give in this world? Giving is not just about giving money or giving a material item. It's about giving to the self and sharing the knowledge, the wisdom, and teach someone else so they pass it on and they become aware and awakened. They become the healer of the self. So the conversation went like this. No, I don't know. And well, that's interesting. And I could see a little bit of the belief system kicking in, the doubt. And I could actually feel it, because for those of you who know, I'm an intuitive energy healer and I work with heart energy. So and I could feel the disbelief. But what I want you to think about is, what if? What if I told my mind, my belief system, my logical mind, that we give it a go, just this one time? And if it works, let's do it many times in the future and see what comes through. What if you just allowed yourself to tap into this beautiful energy of light through your heart? What if the words that I am saying, I am being channeled, and it is truth, that there is wisdom that lies within our hearts? What if we just take a moment, close our eyes, drop into the heart with the breath, and just say, my heart, show me. What if we did this 5 minutes every day and see what happens? See if we want to do it for 10 minutes after we do it for 5. Maybe we might want to do it for 1 hour. What if? So if you're listening, and for the people out there that are coming through, Irene, thank you, Irene, and a beautiful big heart to you, back to you as well. And where are you from, Irene? Would love to. And if you have any questions with what I said, or if anybody on Instagram, if you're watching this and you're on, I can't actually see the names. It's the lighting's not so good here, but hello and thank you for bringing your beautiful energy. If you have any questions, please send them through. So again, I'm asking you to say to your heart, what if, or what is my truth? I want you to show me. It doesn't take long to do this every day. Show me who I am and what I'm here to do, my heart. My heart, I am here for you, my heart. What if you start receiving through the heart and allow the belief system, the old paradigms, the patterning in the subconscious and unconsciousness to let go and start to tune in? This is how the coherence that you hear about comes through. I'm no longer in that part of my mind. I'm now in my heart, and my brain and heart are speaking together, and the brain starts firing up like a Christmas tree that lights up at Christmas time. And those neurons and atoms and all these little receptors in the brain start doing flickering lights, and those lights start tuning in to that energy. But the heart must be open, otherwise you can't get that energy up, and vice versa. That energy can't come down to the heart, and that's what we want. That's coherence. So they're both talking to each other, and it's flowing, and the wisdom's coming through, and you're having this beautiful experience because you're allowing it. You're creating it. You are the creator. You are the creator of your own beautiful energy, and what you say it is, and so it is, and so it is. So if your belief system is challenging you, thank you everyone for coming on, sending lots of love. I'll just put my glasses on so I can read this message. How can I protect myself from entities and dead people and jealous people, I think it is, please? Okay, what a great question, actually. So firstly, you can create your own energy. So if you feel like you're carrying an energy or an entity, let's call it an entity. So an entity is an energy and it's a low vibration. You can clear it very quickly through your heart and then asking your guides to come in. And they might be loved ones that have crossed over. They might be angels. They might be the galactic family, the star seeds. Look up at the heavens. Bring that beautiful energy in of the sun and the moon, and like the galactic family. Just invite it in as a galactic family and ask to be shown how to remove the hooks from the past that are holding you down. And they are hooks because they're hooking into you vibrationally, or like a web going through the body. And ask that be transmuted into love, and that the entity that's holding that energy within you, may they return to love and light. And so it is, because you have the power to do so. We are our own best healers when we know how to work our energy. It is a very simple process. And the thing is, if we keep saying that there's an entity inside us, you're going to create that. If you keep saying there's a beautiful light within me that transmutes negative energy, as soon as I am aware and drop into my heart and invite all my spirit guides in, so be it. You are that in that moment. So be careful, because the energy that we're in at the moment, and it's going to get higher and higher, and our psychic abilities are opening up. We're going to be creating, and I'm getting shivers through my body. So this is the truth. It's coming through as a channel. We are going to create that. So if we want more love and light, we must create the love and light within. And then the love and light around us just automatically happens. But if we start saying things like past life, I've got these entities, I'm carrying this energy, don't know how to clear it straight away, because you have the capacity to do so. And it's an energy. Remember that. And we are all energy. Thoughts, jealous people. The best way to deal with jealous people are send them love. because you don't want to create more jealousy within. See, what happens is if we talk about, oh, they're jealous, that jealous people, oh, I think they're jealous, blah, 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 having conversations with other people, we're creating that, we're holding that energy within, and we're becoming that. And that's what you don't want. So if you identify that someone around you is doing things or they're showing signs of jealousy, do a little prayer for them within the heart. Send them out the love and light and ask your guardian angels to come in and visualize, imagine them being surrounded by angels, surrounded by light, and that jealousy be transmuted into love and light. And so it is, because you are the powerhouse. You hold the power. Does that make sense? If anybody would like me to explain that in a different way or add more to it, please ask. When we say dead people, now I can tell you now, I don't work with dark energies and these entities. They don't really come near me because I hold the light. And for anyone that wants to hold the light, they will not come near you either. And when they do, it's easily transmitted and transmuted because they don't like it. So someone, and even in people, you will not gravitate. If you hold space for your light and hold yourself within the light, you will attract people that hold the light, and let's say the others will not come near. It's the same when we cross over. Now, in my experience, when I died and I crossed over and stepped into the light, there was many, many dimensions I went through and went to and felt the energy of how this all works. Even my children who are living were there, and I was trying to work with them and their energies. But if their energy vibration is low, it's very hard unless the heart is open. So that heart opening process has to come through in the living. And then that's what I worked with. And that's what you can work with too. You don't work with the jealousy of jealousy. You work with the light to transmute the jealousy of others, because you don't want to hold that energy within you. And when you speak your truth, you are always speaking the light and teaching others. What that means is teaching others. When they say, oh, this person, that person, whatever, teach them about the light. This is the language of light that we speak. We speak the truth of love and light. And then you don't hold it. It's so simple. It's magical. And if you do it for a few times, you will start to feel it, and you'll start to know that you are better off inside creating that magic for yourself than being in an energy that does not serve your higher good. But always send them the love and light, like I said, because you become the healer of the light. You become the light worker. Okay, so we're still going with the jealousy. Is it your jealousy? Let's I'm just going to put something out there that it's your jealousy. When we feel jealous of others, and maybe a feeling of, oh, how come they get more than me? And I remember feeling that as a child. I guess we all did. He got more in his glass, or she got a bigger slice of cake, or she got a bigger drink than me. Why aren't they the same? Like, that's kid stuff, and we all do that. But we find if we don't learn to emotionally develop, that it doesn't really matter how big it is or what we're receiving. Just receive it with gratitude, and then the jealousy will dissipate. So there's two things. If you're working with someone else that carries jealousy, you work with the light within to transmute the jealousy for them, to help them. And you don't have to say anything. You just do it as a channel to them. It's like when I do distant healing, that's how it's done. But if it's your jealousy, keep asking within. Ask your heart, I'm feeling jealous. I want this entity, this jealousy to be transmuted into love. Please show me how. And visualize Archangel Michael, and you can Google a picture of Archangel Michael, or whatever imagery comes through. Visualize Archangel Michael with his crystalline sword, it's blue, coming through and cutting that jealousy out of your body with his crystalline sword. Just removing it. It's cut. And so it is. That means it is removed from you. No more jealousy coming through. But what a beautiful question. I just want to thank you. Thank you for sending that question in. I think you said par savoir. I want to thank you for that. And Irene, thank you so much for sending the love and light. Transmute is a new word in English. Okay, you want to, transmuting means to eliminate, to cut away, to heal that darkness, so the shadow. So if I said it like transmuting the shadow, it would mean the light coming through and gently and softly moving more light into the shadow, so the shadow does not exist. So if we're carrying jealousy, it means we're carrying an energy. It's taking up space in the body and in the mind. And what we want to do as we bring in the light and visualize, oh, I'm getting shivers, I'm channeling here, as we bring in the more light to this energy of jealousy, the light comes through and the jealousy slowly dissipates. That's transmuting. It's moving it out of its space to allow new space within for the light to come through. So it's a little bit like, let's see something tangible. Here's my ginger water. I'll just have a sip. Now let's just say this glass, this here is the light, that half. And up here in this space is where the jealousy was sitting, and we've just removed the jealousy just by thought and saying, I am eliminating this jealousy from within. And then there's a space made. And when the space is made, we can bring more light in, so no more jealousy. So it's a bit like what you create, what you think about, you bring about. So if you want more jealousy, you talk about jealousy of others in a jealous way, and that's not good. That's not a good thing. But if you're aware, which you are, otherwise you wouldn't be asking the question, it's easy to transmute that, to override that shadow, that darkness. Every time you get a reminder of it, just say to yourself, I am the love and light. I am honoring my healing in this moment. I am the light. And that moves it gently out of the body. But it might take a couple of times of doing it, but you will override the darkness for the light. Remember, it's an energy and we need space to remove it and transmute it, and then there's a space for more light to come in. So that's basically how it's done. All I can say is every time you feel jealous or the jealousy comes in, just say thank you very much for the reminder of what I'm not. I am the light. So start talking to it like you are the light, you are the strength, you are the love and light. So just having a look. I just cough so much. Oh, so again, if it's your mum, just visualize your mum being happy as she is and send her love and light. Just surround her with the light. Visualize her smiling, looking up and receiving the light. And just keep doing that. And I'd really love you to come on every week at 8:30 when I do this, because I'd really love to hear how things are going with that. It's time for me to go. Time's up. I'm sorry, but I'd like you to have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I think that you've got enough now to work with, and then let me know. Yeah, would love to hear from you. So have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste.
Hello.